Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Tuesday, May 11th. I'm your host, Scott Labrie, and join alongside me, he has risen, Uncle T-Bag himself, Tyler Sund.
He's not dead. Hello, everybody.
We have all day Eric the Shade in the house as well.
Hello, I'm still here.
He did not die.
No,
Neither
I did not
Tyler.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I played a little joke and might have got a little out of hand. I don't know.
My whole day was telling people I'm not dead. I was not bitten by a snake. Where the fuck out here is there a poisonous snake that can bite me? And it just goes to show you how gullible people are. It's like, oh my god. But then there's some people who didn't actually hear the snake part and thought that I actually died. So
They just
when
saw
I
the thumbnail, I guess.
Yeah, I saw the thumbnail. I shared the thumbnail, and then someone that I used to work with was like, "Oh my god, like that's not even funny." Like I legit was like sick, had to make sure that this wasn't true. And then Dave, a guy I work with, messaged me because I had the day off, and he's like, "So I heard you got bit by a snake. Everyone's freaking out at work." I'm like, "Oh my god,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
fuck me, what a freaking gong show."
It was funny.
So if
like,
you guys haven't seen it yet, it's actually quite funny to me.
Yeah.
But there's some people who didn't think it was funny.
No.
apparently
but-
not. So like, I
They're not on the
remember
same level.
me and Eric were recording the podcast, and I just like,
Mhm.
let's just make up a funny little thing of why he's not here. Because
Yeah.
what was the actual reason you weren't able to record the podcast?
Well, it's because I was replacing our furnace, and we had to cement some more stuff because the previous owner had dug a huge hole in the concrete, or there was no concrete before he put the furnace down. Then he poured concrete around the furnace
Oh.
and left little gaps, so we had to fix all that up, and it was just like late into the night. I don't know why it was decided that we're going to do it last night, but it just did, and I'm just like, screw it, I'm taking Monday off too. Done.
Yep.
And then it just like
Yeah,
led to this.
we were
I
supposed to record.
changed the furnace.
Yeah.
Wasn't dead, wasn't dying.
Yeah. So I'm like, but that's boring.
Yeah.
Changing a furnace. Tyler can't come because he's changing a furnace. Bah. Some people would question whether you're like fully into this. You know, I don't know.
Right.
So I was like, let's make
Well,
up a
furnace is
funny.
like, I guess I could have recorded it right here.
Yeah.
With my dad and my brother helping.
just
but,
swearing.
yeah.
but-
Nah.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Yelling at each other.
But yeah, just like thought of a funny little excuse of why you're not here. It's like, because
He did.
yeah, like I went to my parents' place on the weekend for Mother's Day, and to get the vaccine because I was doing that in Elk Point there as well. So and they were telling how they went out to the lake lot on the last weekend and they saw a bunch of snakes there. So I just like had snakes on the mind, and I was like, oh yeah, Tyler got bit by a snake, and that's why he's not here. And like, it
Yeah.
didn't say it was a poisonous snake. It could have been just like a gardener snake or something. I don't know.
Right?
And
The actual snakes that are around here, yeah.
So then we cut it was a short podcast, like 15 minutes, not even that, I
Yeah.
don't think. Cut it, and then I exported the video, and then like, I'm just sitting there like half an hour later after I had some supper, and I was just like, you know what? It'd be really funny if I just made like a tribute video and I used that real crappy recorder Titanic music. So I just went on Tyler's like Facebook page, like found like every bad photo and a couple good. Like I was like, okay, I'll start with like really nice pictures, and then I'll eventually devolve into like just
Yeah.
trash and like not even pictures of you. Here's,
Steve
like,
Buscemi
Steve
and
Buscemi and the penguin from Gotham in there. And-
yeah, because a guy that I work with now too, well, I used to work with him at the last place, he said that I looked identical to the guy that played the penguin.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but anyway, yeah, I laughed. I was watching it, and then at the end, I'm like, oh, I thought he had something at the end, and all of a sudden it was like that little quote from Gandalf talking
Yeah.
to Pippin or whatever about how when life ends, the silver sheet
like
or
one-
silver curtain.
One of my favorite parts because like I just copied and pasted even like the little like root commands or whatever from the thing.
Yeah,
And it just like flashes for 3 seconds. All this text. There's no way you can read it all without like.
I had to pause it and read it. I'm like, I wonder if he put anything in there, and I read it, and I'm just like, it's a direct script copy from the movie.
Yeah.
It was so funny. Then the recorder started, like the music started. Then all of a sudden the
Yeah.
recorder kicked in. I started laughing so fucking hard, man.
Yeah. I was at work too. I heard that. I'm like, oh my god, Scott. Perfect touch.
It's like
Yeah.
the most epic meme ever,
Yeah.
man. And then all the pictures, like it just looked like I was getting more and more fucked up every picture. I'm just like, oh, So embarrassing. And then Steve Buscemi and then the Penguin. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
And there was another guy in there who was just like on your Facebook page that you uploaded, I guess like years ago. That like somebody's like, this guy looks like you or something, and I was just like, oh yeah, I don't even know who that was, but
Chris
like,
Eccleston. He played the Doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the Doctors. He was the first, the ninth Doctor, if you want to be technical, but
Gotcha.
he wears a leather jacket and has the same kind of stupid face. Yeah.
But yeah, our friend Sharon didn't invite the tribute that funny. She's like,
no.
I thought it was actually kind of sad. I was like, well, when I was first putting it together, because I used like the crappy, because like I need to make this just trash. Like, so I used the built-in Windows video editor, and they have like these themes you can pick. Right? Yeah. Just like you put all the pictures in there and it'll just like do all the zooming and bullshit. And I'll even add like music on top of it. So I picked like the love theme or whatever. And I was watching it back and like the music they chose to put on it, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of sad watching it back. And then I was like, put the recorded music on top. Oh, there you go. No, that's perfect.
Because even like when I was watching it too, and I'm like, if I did actually pass away and this was playing at my funeral, I would be so embarrassed in my grave, just being like, "This is what I have accomplished. This is like all this stupid."
You're dead. What does it matter?
Like, those are the pictures that would be chosen, though.
They absolutely
like
would
the
be,
class clown, fucking going on the screen. Oh, R.I.P. Tyler. The fucking clown bit the bullet. Like, oh my god, it's terrible. It's quite funny though. I laughed pretty hard. Carly was laughing pretty hard too, and then she was just like shaking her head. She's like, "Oh my god, it goes on forever." I'm like, "I know, it's like almost 3 fucking minutes." I'm like, "Holy fuck!" Not quite, but
no, it's like I think there's actually 1:40 because the whole song is like 3 minutes 40 seconds, and I was gonna do the whole song, and I was just like, no, that's like there's not even enough like, pictures I can take like to like without like making them stay that long. So it's like, all right, we'll just do short and
it'd be like
we'll get it done.
Because if it was any longer than that, I think it would have turned into like one of those Family Guy jokes where it's just like, okay, you've overplayed it. Come on.
It's a bit much now. Yeah, but it was good.
No, it was quite good. It was quite good.
I'm surprised I got somebody with the
snake fight.
Not that, but the headstone. Like somebody thought that was real. I'm like, it says that he died today on there.
Right?
It's like we buried
and I shared it too.
And we had the headstone already ready to go. Like,
right.
So like somebody murdered him or something.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was quite good though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. It was a craft.
I was like, because I didn't know you didn't work today, so the thought was like, well, Tyler might not even see this till like lunchtime, because usually you go home for lunch and watch. For some reason, you watch even the ones that you're on, but
yeah, I do. I just skim through it and just see.
And then I was like, well, he'll probably watch this one because he's not even on it. And like, but there'll be like some people probably messaging him in the morning, or some people at work will be like, how'd you get bit by a snake? And you'll be like, what the hell are you talking about?
That's what I said to Dave. I'm like, what the fuck is he? So I heard I got bit by a snake. I'm like, that's random, whatever. And just moved on. But then, And then a couple more messages too, like, oh, what's up with the snake? I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, what is everybody talking about? I'm like, oh, I better watch it. And then you said that you put a little something at the end. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, oh, and then you asked for when my birth date was, including the year. And I'm like, what the fuck is he up to? I'm like, what is he doing? I saw it after. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's so funny. I don't know. And then I loved the thumbnail, like the Pabst Blue ribbon and the fucking camera and the aviator glasses. The detail that you put into these hoaxes is incredible.
I'm like, this is a pretty nice headstone, actually.
It is.
Somebody
really
had
good.
that lazy
pretty
engraved,
good. Yeah.
Be like probably something you would actually have, maybe.
For sure. Go have a Pabst with the boy. Yeah. That was pretty good.
It's good.
So, I guess we'll kind of transition this into. We didn't really come into this with a set topic, I guess, but like
we just wanted to talk about it.
We just wanted to talk about it because just
the reactions. Yeah.
That's so
funny.
I guess like this was your chance to kind of see how people would react if you died, kind of, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was kind of thinking. Like, of all the hoaxes that we've heard, like on Facebook, and people like fell for it like almost immediately. Like the one that got me, I remember it was last year or the year before, Clint Eastwood passed away. I'm like, oh fuck, really?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, and it was on like a couple of news articles, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Then you go in and you find a actual news source that's actually related to it. It's like, nah, it's a hoax. It's another
Yeah.
stupid clickbait thing or
Yeah.
Right.
a Rickroll. Those are the worst, man. There was somebody, which celebrity was it? Celebrity death hoax, and then it's a link that takes you to like a YouTube video of the Rick Astley song.
Oh, and
Never
most of
gonna
Yeah.
give you as a Rickroll. Yeah,
most of the links on Reddit are bad for that. It's like, oh yeah, no, click this article to see who passed away, or whatever else. And it's like, oh, it's Rick Roll. Oh, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
What I fall for? What did I think of any different? Of course, it was that.
It happens like so much now that like even like actual celebrity deaths, there's always like that first like 5 to 10 minutes where it's like before like all the websites start getting their articles out. It's like
Mhm.
and it's just on Twitter really or just on Reddit, and it's like, okay, is it true though? Is it like, well, it got tweeted by the niece of DMX. It's like, well, how close is the niece DMX to DMX in this situation?
Right.
Like, like because we've had that before where it's like, some family member, but like, they're not like a close family member, say something like, oh yeah, he's dead, and then he's like, no, I'm not.
right. Yeah, exactly. And then when I heard about Avril Lavigne had passed away because of Lyme disease or something, I'm like, how the fuck does that even happen in this day and age? How does that happen? Like, it can't. I mean, like, it just doesn't make any sense, and it's just like, God damn it, they got me again. Just a little bit.
Selena
Like, every
Gomez
single
died
time.
from scurvy.
Yeah, scurvy. Yeah. I ate too many oranges or something, however that works.
No, not enough oranges.
Not enough oranges. Okay, I got it backwards. There you go. Shows how bad I'd be as a doctor. Stop eating oranges if you're sick. Yeah.
This reminds me of like, I forget what the show was called. It was like a sitcom on NBC, I think it was, where they would have, there's like a whole family. So it was like the older parents, and then they're like their 2 sons or 3 sons, and they all had like different families, and they would do, it was kind of like split up into 10-minute chunks. Each episode would like have focus on like a short little story with each kind of family.
Okay.
And the episode was the dad, like the old grandpa. He's not really totally grandpa age, but like it was his birthday, and what he wanted to do for his birthday was to have like a funeral for himself, just to see how his family would react. So he's like laying in the coffin, and then they're all like this. They're all like arguing and stuff at the funeral. He's like, "This is the worst birthday ever." He's like, "You guys are supposed to be sad at my funeral."
Jeez.
Yeah. I would be curious though to see what it would be like
To fake your own death, and
yeah, just to see how people actually would react.
I think a lot of
Makes
people
me
kind of
wonder.
think of that, like just like how
How many
will
people
I
are
be,
actually
Yeah.
how
I guess
will I
it
be
depends.
remembered?
Like if you were to pass away, say right now, or like as opposed to in the future too. Like, I mean, who knows, right? Things can change so fast, and then yeah, that just makes me wonder. Because I know, like I'm pretty sure my brothers and I were talking about that once. Like, how many people do you think would attend your funeral? Like, how many? Like a number? Like, who cares? Honestly, but it does make you wonder, though. It makes you wonder, like,
My
Yeah.
funeral's gonna be bigger than your funeral.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, comparing. That's like weddings. Well, how many people did you have at your wedding? Well, I had this many. Like, who fucking cares, man?
Yeah.
What's the idea of a funeral? You're marrying the woman of your dreams or the man of your dreams, whatever, right? That's about that, but it's not.
I heard it too,
Wedding.
Scott.
Yeah.
I heard it too, Scott. Yeah, I heard it.
What?
You said it. What's the point of a funeral?
A funeral to marry
Marrying
the man or woman of your dreams. Like, that's not how funerals, Tyler.
I gotta stop drinking on Monday nights.
Monday.
Knew what you meant. We knew what you
Yeah.
meant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of depends on what kind of legacy you're leaving behind, I guess. And yeah,
That's very true.
you're leaving a good one or a bad one, and yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Was there any yeah, like you were mentioning fake celebrities. Were there any that you got tricked by that you can remember?
I remember the Michael Jordan one.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
And then he died of Michael Jordan died of a heart attack back in February 2015.
Oh,
And
geez.
then so the people that did, I'm just reading the article here because I remember this one. They said that they took it Chronica MX posts an article in February 2015 reporting that the NBA superstar died of a heart attack. They took it a step further by producing a video with spliced footage of a breaking news segment and a tearful anchor. Like,
Oh,
who goes through that amount of work? Like,
trolls.
holy man, it's brutal. But yeah, then the Clint Eastwood one, I fell for that one like almost immediately, and then I ended up just sharing it right away, being like, oh my god, another good one, and then somebody's like, no, it's fake, man. Like, how do you not see this stuff? And I'm like, ah, fuck, I keep getting fooled by this crap. I'm so shitty at noticing what's fake and what's not fake. But now that I'm like, I see stuff like that, and I look at what the source is, which
Yeah.
site it's coming from, whatever, right?
Mhm.
So you kind of
Yeah, so many
check it.
links now on Facebook are like, oh yeah, this is the news article, whatever it's titled, but then you see the website, it's like some random no
Yeah,
name website you've never heard before. I'm like, yeah, this is legitimate.
exactly.
Sure, yeah.
Exactly. There's like a knockoff of Daily Mail. It's like dailymail.co dot something dot whatever. There's like three
Yeah.
dot somethings, and it's like that's the fake one, and there's dailymail.com,
Coda, yeah.
which is the real deal, and then
Yeah.
so
So to watch out for
it's
that.
just
Do your homework. Yeah.
yeah, it's frustrating.
I remember when there were like rumors of a few years back when Willie Nelson, like, that he passed away.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
it's like always like old people I find too that always get tripped by guys. It's like, well, yeah, of course he's ancient, so it
Yeah.
makes sense that he would die.
Right.
And then yeah, like a few hours later, it comes out on Twitter. It's like, no, actually, he's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
still ticking. It's like, okay, cool, I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah. Just to stir shit up.
Right.
Man, there's a lot of celebrity fake deaths. I'm just on this
Oh yeah, me too. I'm looking at a bunch here.
this site.
I could have
Jesus.
sworn there was one about Tiger Woods, and I remember almost falling for that one too as well. But I can't remember if that was true or that really happened or not though. But yeah.
Like in his recent accident or something? Or
No, this was a few years ago. It
Oh.
wasn't that recent though. This was right around the same time he was getting divorced from his wife at the time,
Mm.
and I remember it was all news for that, but it didn't last very long. And I did find one here for Woods' death goes viral in 2017. But yeah, I remember almost falling for that one a little bit too, because it was right when he was going through his divorce and kind of hit and miss with injuries, and yeah, so. But yeah, that was another one too. I almost fell for as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, I reported the 14th and the 15th. That's right. That's right, because it was on my birthday. I was right on the 14th of September. I'm like, oh fuck, Tiger Woods dies on the 15th. That's terrible. And then yeah, it was fake. Yeah,
Yeah. Like, who has the time to do that? Like,
I
what
know.
game? Well, I guess he just
Traffic. It's all it is. Attention and
that's all it
traffic.
is.
Yeah, it's
Clicks
just
and whatever.
yep.
'Cause
You
you get
need to
paid
make
on how
traffic.
many engagements you have on the article or the link or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking
Don't be
of-
so gullible.
Yeah. I'm thinking of doing like the thumbnail. And I'm like, is it too much to put Tyler's face on Jesus' body? Would we get
coming out of the cave.
A little bit. He has risen.
He has risen. I'm pretty sure.
It's a little
Nobody's
blasphemous,
like.
but
Well, nobody's
Maybe-
really like super
maybe
religious.
I'll make you like Gandalf the White and put you on
Ooh.
Gandalf the White's body.
Oh,
Maybe we'll
from
do that.
Great and White.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I have
Just
her
like
carrying-
me standing up against a Balrog, but the Balrog's actually like a furnace. You shut up. I fall off the cliff and then come out after. And
Oh,
just like,
God.
ah. Yeah. Or a snake. Yeah, the snake. Just trying to get across a gardener snake. I don't know. That's a lot of work though.
Ah,
That's funny. I'm excited to see your next thumbnail. When I saw your other thumbnail, I'm like, fuck man, it's better and better. I'm like, oh, I gotta listen to this podcast. As soon as I thought of the thumbnail, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta listen to this, see what the hell happened. I'm like,
Well,
oh my god, it's only like 16, 17 minutes. There's like
Yeah, because we didn't have any questions, and then I was like, "Oh shit, I left the
Cards at
the
your
Huga
place.
cards at your house."
oh, at my place, yeah.
Because like, well, I'll just get Tyler to read them, and then you're like, "Yeah, I'm not being on the podcast." I'm like, well, shit, I guess can't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
and with that, with 1/3 of your group missing, it's like, well, there's less answers now. Well, shit, I guess there's less time.
And I do enjoy talking, so yeah.
That's okay.
Oh well.
So that's why I did the trivia video. It's like, okay, I have to make this worth it a little bit.
Some
more,
content,
you know,
yeah.
just add a little stinger.
Yeah.
Again, get the views somehow. Gotta,
Right?
yeah,
And
it's all that fake
listeners, if you
news.
haven't seen it, you should watch it.
Yeah, head over to our YouTube channel and
Check
yeah.
out the video. Yeah.
at the very end there, I'll be like a second and a half of black And then it'll go into the little tribute video.
Lovely tribute.
God.
Yeah.
The recorder music is so freaking funny. It's just like so out of tune. I like the whole time I'm watching it, I'm just like, oh, it's so bad.
My coworker was like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, "This is the funniest shit."
Oh, it's so good. It's so funny. I'm like, Carly, come watch this. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm dead. Check it out on the news on these Esteemed Gentlemen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And my short little credits page had a bunch of spelling errors and stuff on there.
Yeah.
And a Mega 64 reference I put on there as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
of course, yeah.
Did War Road by Echo or War Road by Mark Echo. It's like this is like an old Mega 64 reference because they always like favorite just absolute trash on YouTube, a lot of cringe-worthy videos, and like one of them was just like the best magic trick, and it was just like some dude like using really bad like After Effects
Oh,
to do
God.
some just trash like magic trick, not even a magic trick, and then like cuts to like the whole like Windows Movie Maker credits, like do your own credits. It's like in like Comic Sans or something like that, and it's like
Oh, man.
it has a bunch of spelling errors, and like the very last thing it like flashes like it's supposed to say wardrobe by Mark Echo, but it's like War Road by Mark Echo. It's like, yep, perfect.
Good enough.
Wow.
Nailed
Oh,
it.
my God.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we could maybe cut this one a little short. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
Sure. The next one will just have to be that much better for sure.
Yeah. Glad you're back, Tyler. Glad
Thanks. Glad to be back, everybody.
Yeah.
A short hiatus, put out a bunch of fires. Thanks for that.
Yep.
glad that Snake didn't do any irreparable
Oh.
damage.
No, we're all good. We're all good.
Cool.
Those Canadian snakes are
Yeah.
lethal, but not
Better
super
watch out.
Yeah,
Don't
watch
sneak
out.
up on you.
Don't pass out in the grass, everybody. You're gonna get bit by a snake. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say at the start, I'd be like, yeah, it's one of those rare double coiler snakes, those brown snakes. Come on to the toilet and nip you. Had to go to the hospital. I was trying to remember who told me that. I got bit by a brown snake in the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? Oh, Jesus Christ, that's so disgusting. So nasty.
Jeez. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you liked this episode of the podcast, leave a like and subscribe here on YouTube. And if you're listening to the podcast on a podcast service, give us 5 stars, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe. And why not head over to our Facebook page, like our page, and also ask us a question for Ask Us Anything Monday. And that's going to do it for today's episode. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See ya.
See ya.